Hi, it's Megan. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be sharing with you how I like to prepare for the holiday season when it comes to gift giving. So how I make my list of who I'm going to be giving to, how I find the best deals. I know that this can be an expensive time of year for families, and so I want to show you how I like to prepare, put in a little bit of effort ahead of time in order to get some of the best deals and still be able to give like I want to give during the holiday season. Okay, so I have kind of 5 steps that I go through kind of around the beginning of the holiday season. Lots of times I start this as early as like October. This year we had a super busy October, so I'm starting it now in November. But I'm just going to pop up over here just a recording of what I'm doing on my phone, because I like to record most of this in my phone so that I always have it with me, because that way I know kind of what's going on at all times. So my first step is to make a list of everyone that you are going to want to be giving to. So kind of like you can see over here on my list, I've listed my husband first, and then I've listed the gifts, like gift ideas that I might want to give him. I also list my kid number 1 and my kid number 2, and I will write next to that what my kids are going to be giving him, and then any stocking stuffers that I want to get him, I will put down in kind of a stocking stuffer section. My next section is for shared or family. So if we're doing any kind of experience gift or family gifts or things for my kids to share, I'll write them there in kind of that section. And then from there, I go on to my 2 kids. So I have my kid number 1, and then I list, I have a little Santa section to write down the things that my kids are asking for from Santa, just so that I kind of have that in my list, so I kind of know what things I will need to be responsible for getting them. I also write down their sibling. We do a sibling gift exchange where they get gifts for each other. So I write down the sibling's name and then what they are getting the kid as well. And then as well as a few gift ideas for things that either I have an idea for or things that I might want to get them. And then I also have a stocking section for them as well for like some smaller things. So I have that for both my kids. And then under that, we kind of go into more of our extended family. So I start off with my family. We as a family give both of my parents gifts, and then me and my husband do a sibling and sibling-in-law gift exchange. So I wrote down, like this year I'm giving to my sister-in-law, so I'll write down what I want to get her. Next, my husband is giving to one of my brothers, so we'll write down here what my husband is going to give my brother. We also participate in a cousin exchange with my cousins. Most of my cousins are married, so usually it's spouses giving to spouses. So I'll write down who we are responsible for giving to, and then the gift that we're going to give them. And then my kids participate in a cousin gift exchange with all of my siblings' kids and then my cousins' kids as well, because we're all really close. So I'll write down the name of the cousin, and then which of my kids is giving to them, and then what the gift is that they're getting, and then what the second cousin's name is, which kid is giving to them, and then the idea for the gift as well. And then I have a section for my in-laws. So in my husband's family, each adult gives to 2 other adults in the family. So I just wrote down me, and then person number 1, person number 2 that I'll be giving to, and then my husband, person number 1, person number 2 that I'm giving to, or that he's giving to. And then my last section is for like friends and coworkers. And here's also if you're going to be participating in any like neighborhood things or gift exchanges or anything that's not like your either immediate family or extended family that you are giving gifts in. So here I have like our best friend's family, where we do a gift exchange with their kids. Every year we get them matching Christmas pajamas that match with my kids, and usually like a family game or activity or something like that, just to give them as a family. So I just write down the 3 kids' names and usually the size of pajamas that they need, and then I just check off once I have all of them. And then lots of times my friend group will do a favorite things party. So I wrote that down in here so I can write down what thing I want to get. And then I've done all of these with little check boxes that you can check off like once I have purchased the gift. And then I have a section for my husband's coworkers. If he's going to be doing any gift exchanges at work, lots of times we usually make cookie boxes to give to people. And so I'll just need to write down how many people he wants to give to at work, so I can write down that number. So when I'm planning my cookie boxes, I can figure out how many I need to add for his coworkers. And then I also have a section for neighbor gifts, which again, we mostly just make cookie boxes, but here I'll make a list of all of the families that we want to give a cookie box to, and then I'll just check it off as we pass them out to those people. So like you saw, I just did that in the Notes app on my phone. You can also easily put this into like a Google Doc or however you want to do it. I just like being able to have it on my phone, like I mentioned, because then I can have it easily accessible wherever I am and with whatever I'm doing. But I will, in the description box down below, I will just type out kind of my different headings and subheadings. So you can just copy them and put them into your own note or a Google Doc or however you want to do it if you want to use this kind of system. Then I'm going to check what I already have. I'm someone who shops for gifts throughout the year. Usually when I find things on really good clearance or if I get a good deal on something that I know somebody will like. So I just have some big boxes in my closet that I keep gifts that I will be giving in. So after I make my list, I like to go through and see what are the things I already have and fill those things in. So if I have gifts for my daughter, I'll write down those gifts in her. If I have things for my younger daughter, I'll write those gifts down that I'm already planning on giving her on her list. If I have things for my husband, I'll write those down, or things for my parents or whoever. I will write those things down so that I already have a list of what I have and what I can give these people. And that's a good way because I've kind of helped to spread out my spending throughout the year by spending money throughout the year instead of spending all of it in November and December. So that's one way that you can save money. It's maybe a little late for right now, but maybe thinking for future years. You just have to be careful with knowing what exactly you have. Otherwise, it's very easy to overbuy. I've definitely done that in the past where I've kind of bought things throughout the year and then come Christmas time, I have like way too many things. So after you have made your list of who you're giving to, made a list of what you already have that you can or want to give people, then I like to make sure that I set a budget. My husband and I budget every single month. We use You Need a Budget or YNAB. We've been using it for over 10 years. It is a subscription, but it's definitely worth it to me. It's very easy to use. It does a zero balance budget where you are taking the money that you earned from your previous month and then you're budgeting all of that out for the current month so that you have every single dollar is accounted for. And that's just a way that we really like to budget. So you can be setting aside money throughout the year into like a Christmas category. We kind of have it broken up into just general gift giving, and that's for like siblings or birthdays or just kind of whatever. And then we have line items for each other. So there's a line item for gifts that my husband and my kids will spend on me, a line item for what we spend on my husband, and then a line item for each kid. And so that's kind of where we set our overall budgets for things. I have a link for you down in the description box that you can look at. And then if you sign up through our link, then we get a month free, I believe, on our subscription. So it's super nice. I really like it. It imports all of your transactions. And so once they come in, then you can just categorize them into the right sections of your budget. And so I really like that. And then I also like that it is always up to date with my husband. So we can both be looking at the budget and it's accurate on both of our phones. Okay, so after we've set our budget and we already know things that we've gotten, then we can finalize the other things that we want to be getting and to give people. So I like to make a list of ideas of other things that I might fill in. So like if I see that my older daughter has 3 or 4 things and my younger daughter only has 2 things set aside, then I'll make sure to add a couple of things on my daughter's to try and keep it fairly even. We don't really necessarily do like dollar amount evenness, but we try to make sure that number of gifts is fairly even between my 2 kids, just so that when we are taking turns, there's not one kid who has like a bunch more presents to open kind of at the end. Okay, when I'm making this list of ideas, I refer to lists that I make throughout the year. I just have like a note in my phone called like family wish lists. And in it, I have a section for each person in our family, and I just write down different gift ideas that's something that they've mentioned throughout the year or something that I think they like if I see it. That way I have all of those ideas recorded in a certain place. And then when it comes time for a birthday or for Christmas, for either things that I want to give them or things that grandparents or cousins or whoever else is going to be giving to them, I have a list of some ideas of things that they've mentioned or things that I know that they would like to refer to. So I go and look at that list, kind of decide what things I want to be giving them, what ideas I want to give grandparents or whoever else is giving my kids gifts. And then I kind of can fill in basically like my shopping list or my idea list for what I want to actually purchase for my kids. Also during this time, I like to make a list of any other like random things that might be coming up during the holidays. So like if we need new batteries, if we are having guests come, do we like have all the right kind of bedding that we need? Do we have enough like paper plates or I don't know, are there certain treats that we want to make? What kind of treats do I want to make? What kind of ingredients do I need to make those that we don't have? I kind of also like to do all of that kind of planning as well, because as we are coming into like Black Friday and holiday sales, I want to watch for when those other items that aren't necessarily gifts that I am giving to people, I want to make sure that I am purchasing those things when they are on sale or on a discount. And lots of times I make that in like a separate note, either in my planner or on my phone. I separate those out. But that is another good thing to kind of be thinking about and planning for, so that you don't completely overspend in like your groceries or other household areas this time of year as well. Okay, so now that you have your list of ideas for everyone that you're going to be giving gifts to, now is your time to make a plan and to actually do the shopping. So I like to look at my list of ideas, and then there are a few different ways that we usually purchase gifts. I like to get them on good deals, so Black Friday sales I'm often looking for, and I watch to kind of see. I hardly go into the stores anymore. It's pretty much all online anyways. So as those sales are coming up, I kind of look at the things that are on sale, check my list, and see if those things are actually on a good deal. If you are shopping on Amazon, you can use the website camel.com, and you can put in the URL of an item that you are interested in buying, and it will show you the price history. And so you can see if the current price is like a higher price, if it's a lower price, if it's a pretty average price. And then as Amazon is putting things on sale during this holiday season, you can sign up for alerts if that item drops below a certain price, and it will email you so that then you can purchase the item as it has dropped. And so I like to use that if I just to kind of get a good baseline of, is this a good deal? Is this not a good deal? Is this kind of an average price? Do sales fluctuate very much on this item? Just so I can kind of gauge when I should actually purchase that item. We also do lots of thrifting and yard sales in the summer to purchase things, and thrift stores have so much good things. You might need to try a couple of different thrift stores, but if you start now, there will definitely be time to be looking for the kinds of items that you want to be giving. And also this time of year, lots of people are going through their stuff to purge, to get ready for the influx of things that come in during the holiday season. And so thrift stores definitely get a large influx of items this time of year through the beginning of the year. And so it's a good time to shop, to look for things that you might want to be giving people on your gift list. And then the other thing is, especially with kids, if you're looking for kind of like larger ticket items, I would search Facebook Marketplace. We live in a pretty small, like not very densely populated area, and I've been able to still find like quite a few good deals on things for my kids. And so I know in the past we've gotten like scooters or like outside yard things, or I don't know, like different kind of like doll accessories, or just like pretty much any kind of toy your kid might want. I would check Facebook Marketplace first, because lots of times those toys are either hardly going to be used or still in like good enough condition that they can sell them to you. So that's another place where we can save quite a bit of money. Also, like my husband really likes camping, and so we've found lots of camping gear there. I like lots of kitchen things, so we found lots of kitchen items and like kitchen appliances, and like pretty much anything. You can look on Facebook Marketplace and find something that can probably fit your bill and is definitely going to be a fraction of the price of buying those items new. So those are my steps for planning to get you ready for this holiday season, especially with sales that will be happening soon. If you have a plan going into it, knowing what you need to buy and what you want to buy, then it is a lot less likely that you will overspend and completely like blow your budget or go into debt. So again, just my 5 steps are, so make a list of everyone that you're going to be giving gifts to. Next, you're going to check what you already have that you are planning to give to people. So number 3 is to set a budget, make sure that it is realistic and that you have the funds to actually meet that budget. 4th is to make ideas to round out your list, to make sure that everybody gets what they need and what they want. The last step is to make a plan and to shop. So as you have your list, go ahead and figure out where is going to be the best place to purchase those things. Is it going to be on Amazon for Prime Day? Do you need to go to Costco? Is it going to be a Target Black Friday sale? Are you going to thrift for it? Are you going to look on Facebook Marketplace? So figure out where you want to purchase the things and then actually do the shopping. As you do the shopping, what I like about my list is then I check off the box after I have purchased it, or I have it after it has come into my home. If I like bought it online or something, once I actually physically have it, then I check it off. Once I have all of my things checked off, then I make sure, especially for people that are outside of my house, then I kind of uncheck them, and then I'll recheck them after I have wrapped them and actually given the gift to the person. So I know it's now out of my house and they have it and are good to go. So thanks for watching. Down in the description box, I will link a few of my other past videos of gifts that I've given, especially what I've given my kids for Christmas in previous years. So I'll make sure that I link that down below, as well as some other of like my favorite things and other gift ideas if you are looking for those. And then make sure that you like this video and hit the subscribe button, because we're definitely getting into the holiday season. And so I have quite a few more videos planned kind of around that. We're going to be talking about how to save money when you are cooking for company. Like if you have company coming into town, we're going to be talking about how to save money on that. I'm going to be sharing what I got my kids for Christmas, some stocking stuffer ideas, like what's on my wish list and some of my favorite things. So we have lots of really fun things coming up. So make sure that you're subscribed so that you don't miss out on any of those videos. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next week with a new video. Bye.